What's going on, everyone? Alliance Work here, and welcome back to another achievement video. And in this video, we're going to be showcasing how to do the achievement for zaqul in not Nihilotha, Jesus Christ, in the Eternal Palace, Lactose Intolerant. This achievement is actually very easy to do if you know what you're doing. But before we get into that, make sure y'all go underneath this video, smash that subscribe button, helps me out tremendously, and it's completely free to do. But with that being said, let's hop right into the video. And the first thing before you even step foot into raid, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to either Ogremar or Undercity, faction depending, and you want to buy the inherited insignia of the Alliance or Horde. Now, current season PvP trinkets will work as well. You just need one of these trinkets of some kind or another. The BOAs are honestly the best ones to get because you have the on-demand use and you don't have to worry about having to make sure you farm honor for it. Just need a small sprinkle of gold. Don't even have to upgrade it either. Like, mine's only 34 cap and it works just fine. Because you're going to need it for zaqul's fear he does in his last phase. So there are actually two kinds of fears that will happen. There will be one where you run around kind of frantically like you always do. And then there will be another one where you stand still. Knowing the difference between the two is going to be very important, because if you're just standing there cowering in fear, although it's really hard to tell which one you're getting, you don't want to use your trinket. But if you're running around, you want to trinket immediately. So with that being said, you want to stand essentially on these 5 circles when you get feared, and then they'll start glowing. When all 5 are lit up, a portal to a secret cow level will spawn. Yes, Diablo reference spotted, people. Diablo reference is here. And then when you go into that secret cow level, you'll have like 20 seconds to kill the Twinkle-Hoof bovine. If you do not get them in that amount of time frame, you just need to reset or wipe or whatever, because you only get one chance in the portal. But with that being said, let's hop right into the video and show you all how it's done. Let's make sure I got my insignia on. Now, I'm not going to be doing anything. I'm just going to have my pets weaken him. That is literally it. So I found dropping him to about where the A in zaqul is works really, really well. This is not the debuff you want to be trinketing out of. Do not debuff out of snapped. That is not the debuff you want to be worrying about. But the reason why I went with a hunter, you can do this on any class, but I just went with a hunter just because, you know, it gives zaqul something to entertain himself with, you know? Delirium Realm, we don't give a shoot about. Actually, do I give a shoot about that? We'll find out. Okay, so we're getting dangerously, dangerously close to where we want to be. Again, do not trinket this stun. The screaming red face debuff, do not trinket. Okay, so we're going to passive our pets. I'm going to stand on one of these eyes, and I'm going to take zaqul all the way over here. He is out of my way. My pets are not damaging him anymore. We do not need to worry about the ads. One thing to note, though, in case you're watching this way down into future, the boss will enrage 100%. All right, this is the debuff you want to trinket out of, but as you can see, I am standing still. I do not trinket when I'm standing still. Manic Dread is what you want. Now you see that orange circle? Bam, that one is now glowing. Very, very important. That means that we have fulfilled one of the requirements. But back to what I was saying. Essentially, you want to make sure that... Who the heck are you? That must have been a heroic mechanic because I did this on normal when I got it. But essentially, you want a class with really good AoE more than anything, because having good AoE is going to make beating the cows a lot easier. Because you see, once I go in that level, I'm just going to stand barely in front of Zaqul. I'm just going to barrage them all down. Super easy, super simple. Alright, that's not the debuff we want to worry about. Again, do not trinket snapped. Snapped is not the trinket you want to worry about. It's manic dread. Alright, again, I am standing fear. I am cowering in fear. So, just going to let the debuff run its course. And we now have a second eye lit up. We really don't care about the ads too much. The only reason I'm not killing them is because I don't want to worry about some random effect popping. I'll just deal with them whenever I deal with them. Alright, snapped. Once again, do not trinket snapped. Do not worry about that debuff at all. I'm going to keep saying it until the end of time because it's just that important. But essentially, after Dark Pulse is usually when Manic Dread does tend to come in. Alright, Manic Dread is coming. I am still cowering in fear because I am not moving. Okay, I am going to just do away with some of these ads. There's just so many of them. But yeah, so far, going really, really well. We have 3 of them lit up. And we're just going to clean house a little bit. Of course, without causing any harm to Zaqul. Hopefully this hysteria stack drops, because damn. Okay, we're good. We are so good. We don't want to use any abilities if we don't have to. Alright, they're snapped again. You see? Very easy achievement for the most part. The only hard part is making sure you AoE down the cows in time, which, while we're at it, Lactose intolerant debuff, or achievement, if you're looking at it, it is currently red. So when I do this right, the 10 Twinklehoof bovine defeated will turn white. For anyone who does not know. Dark Pulse is coming, which means our next Manic Dread is coming. Oh, as you saw, I started moving, so I trinketed immediately. So, while we're on that topic of trinkets and how they work, so essentially, if you trinket one of them, you will not be able to trinket the next one. So essentially, it's probably going to be not the Manic Dread that shows up, but the next one that will get the 4th one. Because as you see, we got these ones all lit up already. I'm going to move so we don't get hentai punched. And yeah, it's just essentially a waiting game. Zaqul should be about to enrage at any specific point in time. But yeah, if you had to ask me best class to do this with, in terms of ad management, it'd be a monk, because Black Ox Statue, I've said it 100 times on the channel, I'll keep saying it, Black Ox Statue is overpowered for achievements like this. As you can see, we got 30 seconds on our trinket. However, if we start running around in fear, you can try to preemptively plan for it, but if I start standing and cowering in fear, I'm just kind of stupid. So you see? Are we getting lucky? I think we got lucky. Nah, we got lucky. That's what you call born lucky. I should not have gotten that. Alright, so guaranteed we are going to get this next one no matter what happens. However, I am not going to be DPSing the ads because I am so close to Zaqul, I do not want to passively cleave him. Or, you know, we just move our pet over here. He's still 1450? He is. Okay, good. I can only imagine that these nightmares, if they came out when this was current, would be basically the equivalent of a wipe. So yeah, if you're like farming for the shoulders on heroic or anything, just kind of like ad manage, I guess, would be the best thing to say. Alright, Manic Dread's coming. We trinket. Now we head to the middle of the room. As you can see, we now have the secret cow level open. And now we click Whimsical Gateway. With Whimsical Gateway now up, we can now see a whole bunch of cows. I'm going to set my pets on them. Like I said, you have 20 seconds to kill these ads. And we have met the requirements. The achievement is now white. So we're just going to pop a cap in Zaqul and move on with our lives. And that is how you do the achievement Lactose Intolerant. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to subscribe, as by the time this video is going up, we should have every single achievement for Glory of the Eternal Raider on this channel. What that means is you can get the Ajari Bloat Ray without having to use anyone else for help. But with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.